name is Hami Ainaa binti Hasri, and today we're gonna talk about waste food. Curries, burger, sushi, pizza, and tortillas. As a species, food is central not only to our survival but also to our culture. We love food, but as much as we love food, we also to throw it away. The UN Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that globally almost 1/3 of food produce consumption never get eaten. And in the US, that number is ever higher. 40% of the food in US available for supply gets wasted every year. As a report from NDRC notes, that likes buying 5 bags of grocery at the same store and then just leaving 2 of them in the parking lot every time you shop. So, what is the main idea? Today, we're gonna take a look at the food waste with 3 questions. Why is excessive food wasting happening? What are environment concerns? How can we fix it? Okay. If all the food currently getting through into the landfill every year was instead diverted into meals for those in need, we'd be able to feed as many as 1.8 billion people. On the top of that, food waste has been estimated to be responsible for roughly of 18% of annual global emissions. If it was a country, it would rank third under China and the United States for yearly greenhouse gas emissions. Its large emissions footprint not only comes from all the energy needed to ship, process, and produce food that end up in the trash, but also from the potent methane farmers that food emits as it decomposes in landfill. So, food waste is one of many issues at the crossroads of climate actions and social justice. Okay, next. But food doesn't just sprout out of the ground and then magically end up in the trash. There is long chain of business and consumer interaction that at any point might turn perfectly edible food into waste. Simple. Put food transforms into trash in the 2 general areas and as it travels from farm to plates. Before the point of sales and after the point of sale, if we look at this chart, the majority of food waste generated in the United States come from the point of sale, but let's look at the food loss before that on farms and in grocery stores in order to understand how this all happens. A farmer when they all saw insects bite on the irregular leaf or blemish on peppers and tomatoes, they know they were destined to rot. All that time, effort and fuel wasted because the farm manager knew that better looking produce will sell over imperfect one. These cosmetically challenged products, as they come to be known, can often end up left on the ground but never of even make their way to landfill, adding to pipes to food that decompose and generate emissions. And even if the food does make it off farms, it still have to negative the gauntlet and grocery store outlets. One of the best way to sell food is through the illusion of abundance. People shop visually and to most that last apple on the shelf was left. There's because there was something wrong with it. Not because it just happened to be the last one. In order to appear abundant, grocery stores often overbuy food to trick people into purchasing items. As a result, produce inevitably goes to waste as it sits out all day like glorified window dressing. So, so at the grocery store and farmers markets, vendors face an uphill battle against the old saying, "Buy its hide and watch it fly," means they need to produce an excess of food to sell their goods, but that excess can at times lead to more waste. After the point of sale, the plague of food waste continues. Indeed, household, restaurants, and food service wastage account for 90%, 69% of the United States annual food waste. For all family of 4 households, food wastage costs 1,100 per year, and with the average plate size expanded by 36% since 1960, and refrigerator growing 13% since 1972. It's tempting to buy more food, overbuying and the inevitable cleaning out the refrigerator activity that's come with can also be attributed to buy one get one promotion or purchasing in bulk, until when it's come to dealing with the expiring dates and spoiler goods. As a result, label can mean basically anything depending where you buy your food. This lack of clear information regarding when a product actually goes bad means households throw out perfectly edible food well before it's expired. In short, there are marketing, labeling, culture, and psychological okay. In short, there are marketing, labeling, culture, and psychological force all come to play in order food waste a large problem in the world. So ultimately, there are many vectors by which food become waste, whether in your own home or even before it makes it into a grocery store shelf. But there is a hope. There is a hope. There's ever tangible solutions to these problems at all levels of the supplier chains. At the end, individual level solutions looks like creating a plan to use all the food buying or the whether your food has expired and decomposing is instead of throwing it in the trash. On supplier side, solutions look like reducing food demand by eliminating buy one get one promotion donations, food that's not fit for sale, or even using box and props to maintain the illusions of abundance without needed excess produce. And on a policy level, this means action like standardizing expiry dates to accurately reflects the science behind the food-borne illness. Food wastage means tackling both climate change and hunger in the process. We don't necessarily need fancy farming technologies to create more food for people who go hungry. We need to work together on every level to more equitably distribute the resource we already have, and in doing so we not only mitigate climate change but also create stronger community. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.